Welcome back to the Everybody Podcast. Today we have a special guest, designer, presenter, everything. Literally, Miss does it a lot on her shirt. Can you introduce yourself?
Hello, I am Tyler Bradley, a senior social work major, minor in communications now. I'm from Dayton, Ohio. I, like he said, Miss Do It All on campus. I do everything.
You from Ohio?
Yes,
I
Dayton.
feel like Ohio is becoming like the new Florida.
See, everybody's from Ohio.
Really?
You know, this is like people joke on Ohio.
Oh.
Like, oh, that's an Ohio dog. Oh, that's an Ohio person. That's an Ohio thing. To do.
Yeah, I only know like 3 people from Ohio.
That's a lot of people here. I can
Really?
name probably like 7.
Ain't Jayla from Ohio?
No, Jayla.
Grandma Scotty?
No, Jayla's from Colorado.
Oh. Okay, then I don't know anybody from
Yeah, there's a lot of people, especially
Oh.
from my city, from here.
from your city.
Hmm?
Like,
Dayton.
is there like a pipeline like the way Chicago has like something like that?
Yes and no, because a lot of people like they have a big A&M alumni chapter in Dayton, so that's like they go to high schools and really push for A&M and like scholarship money and stuff. So that's how I ended up.
I see. What's Dayton known for? Like, if I get to Dayton, I was like, oh my god, this is Dayton.
But Dayton is known as the Gym City.
Gym City.
Yes.
You guys get a lot of gyms.
It's a hidden gym. That's why it's called Gym City. Like,
Oh, I thought you were talking about a gym, like run gym.
no,
Oh,
like gym.
Oh, okay.
And so it's like a hidden gym, and it's like a really historic area. What I don't know what it's known for. The Wright Pat Museum is there. Like the Wright Pat brothers, like first in flight, they flew in Dayton. So that's just
Oh, okay.
So
I
what do
didn't
you
know
guys
that.
do? Like, you know, people with 256, like 256 gang. What do
Oh,
you guys
937, yeah. But no, it's not. I can't think of anything that's like, oh my gosh, when you go home, you have to do this. There's a lot of stuff like neighboring. Like we have an amusement park like an hour away, or it's just stuff like that.
Okay. So Miss does it a lot. What did you start doing? What's the first thing?
That did.
Yeah. Then how did you keep on going?
First thing I did was hosting. I started hosting in high school, my senior year. I did a poetry slam, which because I was president, and one of my teachers at the time, he actually like nominated me. He was like, "Tyler, you should do this." I'm like, I don't know about that. I never did nothing like that before. So I tried it. I loved it, and after that, it just kind of like snowballed. Like after like that summer, I was doing like hosting events for like college send-offs for my city, and then when I got here, it was kind of plateau because when I got here, it was like already people established, and you know Alabamans love Alabamans, and I'm this girl from Ohio, first year, and like you guys know Aaron Blue?
Yeah.
He was the host. He was the host when I got here, and I always just was like, dang, I wish I could do that, and I don't know. I just kept fighting and kept putting myself out there, put myself in positions to where I could be seen and could network, and they could see the potential that I can do something. So yeah, that's just kind of how I can.
So you do poetry, yeah?
Poetry?
Yeah.
No.
Oh, you just.
I mean, I can put something together, but I don't do poetry.
Oh, okay.
Hosting and like emceeing.
You got an MC voice.
Do I?
I don't know, accent. Do you? Like some people would like turn it on and off.
I do.
Oh, really?
But not right now. Not right now, but I usually do. I know how to turn it on and off. But you guys are getting more of a...
Regular.
Yeah,
voice.
regularly.
Yeah, I feel that.
Oh, dang it.
So, aside hosting, what else do you do?
I'm a creative. I love to be creative. Like you were saying, we were talking about earlier, the Miss Does a Lot.
Yeah.
So, COVID hit. I was bored. I bought a Cricut, and from there, I just started making stuff. Like, I've always been kind of creative.
But a cricket?
Cricut. It's like a cutting machine.
Okay,
We were
okay.
just talking about it. It's a cutting machine. It cuts like the stuff like this. Like it cuts all that. out for you.
Okay.
And
That's not what I thought. That's not what he thought too.
he
Definitely.
thought a bug.
Yeah, I thought about too. I was like, oh, okay.
But yeah, I don't know. I really am interested in like concept creating videos and stuff like that. It hasn't really been as successful as I would like it because I'm like really busy. But those are the types of like ways I like to show my creativity. It's through like physical and like video and audio.
So what does success in those areas look like for you?
Success in those areas look like for me like actually just doing it. I think because I don't think it's really about the numbers or who's watching, who's engaging, or like really putting myself out there and doing the things that I really want to do and I'm passionate about. I feel like that's the meaning of success. Like I don't have to have thousands of viewers for my show to be successful. As long as I'm putting out the content that I want and like, that's the ticket right there. Yeah, that's the ticket.
So when you say when you were a child, you're one of those kids who like, welcome back to my YouTube channel.
Yes. Oh, it's so embarrassing. But yes, I was making YouTube videos back when I got my first laptop when I was 13, and I was making videos like on my laptop using my camera. I was using iMovie to edit it. It's so embarrassing. It was cringy.
You got footage?
I do.
Oh my god, send it to Cam so you're good.
I'll show y'all, but it will not be making this.
Oh, show me. You do it on your phone.
I do.
What's the name of the YouTube? Do you still use the YouTube channel?
So I do. Well, see, like I'm trying to. I'm kind of in this transition of me trying to figure out what's next. So remember we were talking about the podcast once, but I'm just really trying to like not only just podcast but content creating as well, just to have like keep building the media brand. And I guess I have to use the YouTube channel that I already had, but let me see if I can find it. It's so embarrassing. I can't put this in there though.
Nah, we just gonna
You
see.
just want to see?
Yeah.
It's cringy though.
What?
I'm like 13.
So I guess. I'm sorry. I'm looking at the
Don't laugh. You can pick what you want.
You got potential, man.
Oh my god.
I'm talking about Frozen, literally.
Really?
These things let it go.
These were 9 years ago. Yeah.
That was so
It's
funny.
embarrassing. Yeah, not many people have seen that, so you guys should be very
Yeah,
special.
I've never seen it before.
Yeah.
So interesting though. There was a day. It was 2 days ago. I was watching a video on Instagram, and then I noticed because of different parts of my interests, I was seeing different parts of the video. It wasn't even like a video; it was a commercial. It was a commercial on Hulu that I did not want to watch. And so I remember I was looking at the video and I was like, the lighting is not right. That was the photographer part of it, or the videographer part of me. And then I think they pulled up like, you know when people pull out like code like in the middle of the air, something like that. I'm like, that code's not gonna work. I was like, that output is not output in nothing. Like nothing is happening there. And then I think what else I saw? I was like, I was like, oh, they could have definitely used a different location that would have been cheaper and something like that. Because I think they mentioned the price or something like that. So since you have different interests, when you look at stuff, so you say you do videography, you do content creation, and you do styling, you do hosting. So let's say you look at a show. Let's say you're watching a show that you like.
Right.
What do you notice? What elements do you think is most activated? Are you looking more of, oh, the host is talking this way, they should have tried this approach, move your hands more? Or are you looking, the camera angles are not really hitting right? Or are you looking, they could have did a different clip, I could have made that better?
So that was a good question. I think most like right off the bat, I always look at presentation first. Before like anyone opens their mouth or anything, you see them before you hear them. That's like always been my philosophy. And I don't know if it's just the ward in me, but I always look at like what someone has on, or like especially girls, like if they have on heels or something like that. That's kind of like the first thing I look at. I'm just like, okay, those are cute. But also like I'm really into like mannerisms, especially when people are hosting. Like when I'm doing like different events, I always go and watch somebody else that's hosting something like that are very like similar events to see how are they using their tone, how are they using their hands, do they not use their hands. So I'm really big on like watching mannerisms and tone when I look at things to like study.
Speaking of mannerism, would you say you're good at reading body languages?
body language, no, I'm not good at reading body language, but I can also maybe not body language, but I can tell vibes. Cause like I feel like it could be a difference. It might not be a difference, but I think I can tell the difference between like a vibe and a body language. Cause I could be like, why do they stand like that? I'm just like, why are they doing that? But I can tell like from someone's like, oh, suddenly they're not talking really, or their pitch kind of changed. Like I could tell like that, but not body language. Exactly.
So like, how do you learn how to like? Because it seems like when you mentioned like you study them and other stuff, that means you truly care about your craft and like other stuff. So how do you get to your point where you went from like, oh, this is just for fun to like, okay, I actually want to be carefully pay attention to those details? Like, when was that sort of the moment?
That was literally this year. Like 2023 was the year that, well, this like school year really, that I was really trying to hone in on my craft because like me making stuff, it was really just because I was bored and just making things and hosting because it was fun. Yeah. But now lately, like since I've grown in experience, I feel as if that I feel like I think that there is not, I don't want to say a price tag, but there's a worth to what I do. And that I can't just give out my craft just to be giving it out because I work so hard on it and just to do it for someone or for something for either like just not like low, because I can get paid for nothing. Well, this does a lot. But like the hosting and stuff, I'm very like, not saying picky, but I don't say yes to everything anymore. Because I feel as if it will not decrease value, but like people get tired of seeing me. And two, when people do, it's just like, we just seen her. Oh, she did this. Oh, she did that. But I kind of want to hold like a certain value to my craft. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
Kind of.
So, podcast. You say you want to start a podcast. What's it going to be about?
Miss talks a lot.
That makes sense.
Miss talks a lot.
That does make sense.
Yes. Miss talks a lot will be a very raw and filtered conversation between me, mostly myself, and other friends. Sometimes just talking about the things that, not girls, because I'll have guys on there too, but the things we want to talk about, the things that I feel that young adults need to hear, and like that, like it's okay not to be okay. It's okay to be mad at this person, but then you still love them, or things like that. It's like, it's okay to, I just really want a podcast for it to be a safe space for people to be able to express themselves and get the things that they've been on their minds out.
So if this is your podcast right now, what's the one topic you would talk about right now? Like,
one topic
okay,
right
let's
now.
go on that now.
I would want to talk about, I would like to talk about fake relationships.
Fake relationship.
Yes, like not even just like friends, guys, or just like family, like people that show you fake love but don't really mean it. Because I feel like that's a big issue, like with today.
Have you experienced fake relationships?
Yes, I mean I feel like everyone has before though.
Yeah. So why that specifically? Like, what is there like a specific experience that you had in your life?
That was
like that was fake. Yeah.
I could name a couple, but it's just, but I think me, because I'm a really genuine person, and like a lot of interactions that I have and things that I say are meant with purpose and genuine, and I was going to say genuality. Is that a word? It's not a word. But I think, I'm going to just give an example. It's not going to be anything specific, but like, so say someone I've really never really talked before. Now that, kind of moving up on campus, got little things going on. Hey, Thailand. Hey, you want to do this, this? Like, we've never talked before. But me being me, I'm still, hey, oh my God. Yeah. But in my head, I'm like, I don't know who this is. But yeah. Wait, but does that make me fake?
That's interesting.
That's a good question.
Yeah, because I was about to bring this to you and to you, like for you to look at it from this perspective, right? So no, like, so if you see it this way, right? Because I've noticed it too. Like I've seen people come up to me and act like they know me. Technically, they do. I'm the one that doesn't know them. So you're in a platform where you talk about yourself. You're out there hosting. You're gonna bring out jokes. You're gonna bring out some parts of your personality. So in your mind, they're like, "Oh, I rock with this person." Like they feel like they know you. So possibly they could be like, "Oh, I know a favorite color." So if you mention your favorite color here, mention what you like to do, they're like, "Oh, I know you." It feels like we've gone on a 1 hour date. They watched the whole podcast episode, right? And then now they pull up to you and they're in that mindset of, "I know Tylene," and they're like, "Hi, Tylene," and Tylene is like, "Who the hell are you?" So if you look at it from that perspective, what do you draw any new conclusions from there then?
Okay, then yes, because I'm like that. Because like I can see someone and like on the internet and be like, "Oh my God, their life's so cool, it's so cool." And like, I mean, I do catch myself just speaking to people because I just speak to people like just in general. But I can definitely understand what you mean now. But I think, I don't know. I think that's cool though, because it's just like, I don't know. That's weird though at the same time.
It is. Because I think I really know Skepta. But if I walk up to him, who's this man? Exactly. Yeah. So that could be a way to see it. Have you ever been the one giving fake love?
No, because I try my best to not do fake love because like I'm really genuine, and when I feel that like if I have to force myself to like you or force myself to be around you, force myself to have a conversation with you, I don't need to be here. Like this is not the area or the people I need to surround myself with. Cause I'm like, I don't like energy like that. I don't like to have to put on a front to talk to somebody.
But I also find it interesting though, cause like now if we ask 5 people like, do you give fake love? Everyone's like, no, I don't. No. If I actually say no, I don't. So then who is giving fake love?
Cause somebody lied.
Like I would say no, I don't.
So you give fake love?
There are situations where it could be described as no, hear me out. I'm just gonna be honest. It's not like I'm giving fake love. It's just like that's the only reaction I know how to give you at this point. Because I'm like, I don't know what else to do. If I do anything else, it's gonna be rude.
Right, you'll be like, I don't know who you are.
Yeah, I'm not gonna be like, yeah, nigga, I don't care about what you just told me. Like nobody's gonna say that. Even in my mind, I'm like, okay, I really don't want to talk to you right now because you can see I'm studying for a test that I told you about 3 times. But I'm still going to talk to you. So I'm just going to be honest with myself that it's not fake love. It's just like, that's the only reaction I know that's the best at the time.
Interesting. I just feel like I understand what you're talking about. Like, sorry. I'll talk to this. I can't. Wow.
I don't know. It just feels, I feel like sometimes it's like, you can see that somebody who wants to have a conversation.
I mean, I get that, but just still, I'm like, hey, you know how this conversation, we can talk in like when I'm done with this type of energy.
Sometimes it runs out and they're like, okay, they got a dip, but I'm like, I don't want to be rude and be like, I got a dip right now, something like that. Yeah.
That's valid.
Yeah. So, Tiger.
Tiger.
What's your relationship with Tiger?
Tiger is crazy. I don't know how else to explain him. He's so crazy. I can show you guys a picture of Tiger, man.
Such a pet mom.
I got Tiger in January. He is a orange tabby. I'll show you a baby picture. When he was a baby, and it was so innocent.
Oh my god!
Right.
Let's give him those starting with. You know this guy the cat, right? I'm just gonna keep putting it out there.
You have another one?
No, another one. The same one he's talking about. This is how he hasn't let it go since then. I was like, everybody has moved on.
We used to have play dates and all, you know. I just said like, I just want to.
No, he used to have play dates. She's like, why is this nigga moving me?
No, I promise you that cat loved me. That cat is like, oh my god.
See, cats are. This is my first cat. I've never had a cat any of my life. Mm-hmm. Like my parents are kind of against the fact that I have a cat. And it was kind of impulsive, not gonna lie. It was really an impulsive move to get a cat, but he's just.
This is what he calls the cat liking him.
That cat was having fun. If he wasn't having fun, he would have run away. It didn't scratch me.
She could not move from that position.
It was not scratching me. Look at this.
She was bumping. She's like, what's going on?
We were playing the old music, Sid.
it was, but she looked so confused. She's like,
What is going on?
Trust me. Oh,
Yeah. So why did you get a cat, and why a cat?
I got a cat because I don't have time for a dog, and I love dogs. Like, but if I get a dog, I want a really big dog. I don't want a little dog. And my line sister has a cat, Zoe, and Zoe was just so calm. She took care of herself. She cuddled. She went about her business. I'm like, wow, I can get behind a cat. And she was like, I had to remember, like, Zoe's a little older. So when I went and got my cat, he was a kitten. Tyson was not sitting down. He was not trying to be held. He was just running around, and he runs the house. So it's like, yeah, he's at the third T. So it's Tylin, Tori, Tyga. Tyga runs the house. Sadly.
You mentioned it was an impulsive purchase. Do you make impulsive purchases a lot?
Yes.
So like, what triggers it? Just like, I'm in a bad mood. Bye.
Okay, maybe not. Okay. That one was because I was in a bad mood and I just wanted something. But usually I make impulsive decisions because it's like, if I really sit and think about it, I might not do it, or I might make the wrong decision. And I'm just like, well, if I thought about doing it, I might as well do it, or something like that. Like, I got a piercing over spring break. Like, it was very impulsive because I'm like, I'm always saying like, oh, I want one. Oh, I'm scared of tattoos. I'm scared of this, scared of that. But I was just like, me and Jayla woke up. We were just like, let's do it, and then I did it.
So what's like the biggest impulsive purchase? Like, when you look back, you're like, oh my god, I actually did that.
Oh my god, I actually have a cat. Like, literally, like my parents came this weekend and they seen my cat. They were like,
what is that?
because I'm telling you, we're dog people. Like, nobody has a cat. Like, I've never even lived with a cat or literally interacted with a cat until my line sister's cat, and it was very impulsive.
Do you have anyone that you regret? Any impulsive purchase you regret? Don't say the cat.
No, I'm not gonna say the cat. So today, but impulsive. No, I don't regret anything. Honestly, I think the things that I do, if I regretted them, I already have fixed them. If I regretted it, so no, I can't think of anything that I
feel like you do crazy stuff a lot. I just get that energy from you. It's like you.
And how crazy though?
I just feel like you're one of those people. Like, if I say like, yeah, I know she smashed cars just for like, you know, or like, oh yeah, I know she's like, you know, breaking metals. I don't know. That's just like.
I think I would say I'm crazy. Like, I do crazy stuff because I'm very like scared of things. Like, I'm terrified of needles. I really don't do. I do heights, but I have to do like controlled heights. Like, I can't do like I'm just walking on a tightrope or a skydiving or something like that. I need something that's controlled. Like, I'll do impulsive things as long as I can have somewhat of control over the action, I guess.
So you won't go skydiving?
No.
You should.
Oh, I see. No, I don't think I was gonna try to explain why I could or couldn't, but no, I don't think I would.
Why?
I was scared.
Why could? What's the yes? What's the?
You have no control. Like, you're just falling, and yeah, you're gonna be like a professional, and they'll have you. But it's just like, what if he don't got me? What if he's like, oh shit, and then we're just falling, and I'm like, bruh, and then we're just gonna be in the air. Cause I'm scared of planes too, kinda.
Really?
Yeah, I have to go to sleep. I have to go to sleep on a plane.
Like before the plane even starts, or?
No, I can see us take off.
Yeah.
Like, once we're in the air, I have to go to sleep because I'll get to look. Like, I'll take my cute little boomerangs in the sky, and then I'm going to sleep because if turbulence and just going over water, I freak out.
Interesting.
Like, I tell you, I'm scared of a lot of stuff. Like, I do impulsive things within reason, like rationally.
Skydiving though.
Skydiving is very.
It's a great experience. You ask me.
You gotta do at least once.
I do say I would try anything once, but I'm not like, oh, this was on my to-do list before the year is over or anything like that, because I'm scared. Like, I don't know.
So what's on that list?
What, before the year's over?
Mm-hmm.
My podcast, like, Miss Talks a lot coming soon. But my podcast is definitely.
You heard it first.
Yeah, my podcast is definitely something I really want to truly nurture this before the year is over. And Yeah, I think that's about it. That's my biggest goal right now.
You can just start.
I know, like I have my mic. I have like I take my pictures for my little thing. It's just about really. My life has been on go, guys. It's like really about sitting down, press on record.
You're always on go. So do you ever have moments where you're just like, okay, I need to just sit back, relax, reflect?
Yes, that's why I cannot wait until everyone moves off campus so I can sleep in my room all day. Because it's just like like I was saying, I'm very busy and I'm like needed in a lot of areas and like just school, friends, like I always have something that I have to do or have to help out because I'm just that person that wants to help people. And it's just burnout, man. I remember one time, like last year, I did not leave my room for like a whole week. All my friends are like, "Tellen, are you okay? Are you okay?" I'm like, "Yes." I'm just my mind. I need to sit in peace and quiet. I need to sit and binge watch a show. Like I just want to relax. And yeah, I have not gotten that all semester, so I'm excited to be able to sit down.
So, do you ever feel like you want to be needed?
Want to be needed?
Not like relationship wise,
or just in general.
Just in general.
I think everyone like want to be needed because like it's like always the question of like, would you rather be wanted or needed? And I think I'd rather be needed because people can want something, but it doesn't mean that they always know what they need or want. Go for what they want. And if you need something, you always need it. Like you know you need it. But do I want to be needed? Yes. Because I feel like everybody wants to be needed in some aspect. It might not just be relationship. It might be needed in my job, needed in this area or position. Like I would want to be needed. Personally.
I'd like to go back to the initial point about like, your abundance and other stuff. So like what self-care to you? Like, how do you handle that stress? Like what do you do? What's your routine?
When I get really stressed out, I write. I just sit and journal or I pray. I talk to God a lot. Like if no one else knows what I got going on, the Lord knows. Or I try to cuddle with Tyga, but it's really not successful. He's supposed to be an emotional support animal, and he does not do his job. Like we don't ask him to pay bills. We don't ask, like he sits around the couch all day and he can't even, we sad. He just looking at us. He's like, well, well, I'll come back when y'all done. But yeah, I think I just really handle it by really taking time to think and evaluate what's actually going on and just asking the Lord for answers within that situation.
So who's like your support system? Like the first person that comes to mind.
My support system, the Alexis pal. I love Alexis. Alexis always comes and like she always senses when something is wrong. I don't know. It's kind of freaky, honestly. She just knows when something like I just need that motivational text. I just need her to show up. I just need something like Alexis always has my back and it's always encouraging me. And it's really funny because I'm older, right? I'm the big sister of the two, but it's just like, I mean, don't get me wrong, we lean on each other, but it's like sometimes I have to sit like that. Am I the big sister or are you the big sister? But she's literally like one of my favorite people ever. And even though like I feel like she doesn't get appreciated enough for the things she does, but she's like that for a lot of people. She's like a support person for a lot of people, and I try my best to give the same support to people that support me, but sometimes it's hard too. And she never changes who she is based off of the things that people give back to her, and I feel like that's like something really cool about her.
Everybody needs an Alexis in their life.
Everybody needs an Alexis.
Why do you say that? Why do you say she's not giving enough credit?
Well, I think, not to say she doesn't get enough credit, but I just feel like, I always feel like I can give her more. I feel that way about a lot of people. I feel like I can always give more than, I feel like I can just give more back to her as a friend.
I'm curious, when would you ever know it's enough to stop giving more? Like, do you ever?
I don't know. I don't. That's a good question. I was just thinking that, like, what does that mean? But I feel like more time,
Mm.
more time, because I'm really busy. She's really busy. A lot of people are busy, and like schedules conflict a lot. So if I can give her more of anything, I will give her more of my time.
Mm. So, out of this five, which do you value the most? Money, respect, power, love, and time.
I'm gonna say love. I'm such a lover girl, y'all. Like I
No
love
one ever
love.
says love.
I love
I asked
love.
this question before, and nobody but you said love.
Really?
Everyone's like,
I don't really
money.
care about money because money comes and goes. I don't. Time is.
But love comes and goes too, if I'm being honest.
That's what I'm saying. Well, love comes and goes too, but I just love y'all. So, I am a lover girl, but I feel like the other options are like really a mindset. Really, because time is fake if you think about it. But love is like crazy because you can feel love.
What exactly about love?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know. Okay. I don't know. You could tell when you love. Like you could tell when you love. Like I'm gonna keep using Tyga, even though Tyga is crazy. I love him like so much, and I feel like especially different levels of love like really matter in life because you can't love everybody the same.
Yeah.
But different levels, I think, are very essential to like the human spirit. Because you can't, like, people are supposed to be with people. I don't care what anyone says. People are meant to be with other people, not even in like relationship wise.
Yeah, that's fine. But aside from Tiger, though, when was the last time you had love?
Like almost a year ago, I think.
A
little bit over a year, I think.
Interesting. Are you still in love? Are you still in love? What's funny?
Am I still in love? I think I wouldn't say I'm still in love. I still have love for the person. Still have a lot of love for that person.
Interesting.
This is for everybody, though. How do you know when you're in love?
How do you know? You didn't
Well,
know.
I just committed that I love someone else. Yeah, I feel like you should go first.
You didn't love a girl. I'm in love with.
So you've never been in love.
I've been in love.
So how did you know?
I don't want to
See?
I don't want to go first. But I don't know. I was in love. I think it's when like I can't stop thinking about the person, and like it's this sort of like, oh my god, what's this person doing? Like I want to be around this person. Like even if we're not doing nothing really, and that's really weird for me because like I'm always like I'm a very like time conscious. Like okay, if we're not doing anything, why are we like sitting together? But just sitting down, just be with that person really. And I also think like that feeling of just okay, I just want to be there for you. Like even though all you want me to do is just like hold you like this, I'll do it type of thing. So just that warmth, I'll say. I think that's it really. And just like I'm like, and also when I'm like I'm big on praying, so like oh my god, we're actually like you type of person. So like that type of energy really, I'll say when I'm in love. It's always nice, but then when it ends, you're like, fuck.
Well, now what?
Yeah, how about you?
What? I just wait. I feel like you gotta go too.
I'm gonna go.
Okay. So I think I know when I'm in love is when like I'm very a catering person. Like I love to cater to people, and I think when I feel myself like just going out of my way, I could be in the store shopping for myself, and I'm just like, oh my gosh, so and so would love this, and I'm just like, what the heck? I'm like not even around this person, not even thinking about this person, but I'm always like thinking about them or thinking of ways that would make them happy. Like I'm like my love languages are like physical touch, gift giving, and probably like quality time. So like anytime that I'm like really like always wanting to be around someone or like well I'm a touchy person in general, even with my friends. Like, my friends know I love hugs. I love to just sit there and just watch movies and stuff. But, like, when I feel myself really, like, yearning to be around this person and just, like, everything I'm doing, and it's just, like, reminding me of them, it's just like, what the heck? I do like them. And, yeah, that's how I fall in love, personally.
Riz good. How about you?
I know I'm in love when I want to do stuff for you, like without you asking. Because a lot of times I feel like I'm good at noticing what people need at a time, but if you don't ask me, I'm not gonna do it. I'm just with just friends because I don't want to be in your space here. Like, you probably need more of like maybe let's say like might not even be material things, maybe like time or discipline or like this so you can do this. So I would just do it instead of you asking. Or I think for me, if I start making playlists for you, it's really over.
I love a playlist.
Yeah, that's why I don't really like going on my Spotify because hella X is there.
Just a lot of playlists.
It's just hella playlists. It's just like her name or some, and then my blend, you know that blend thing, and you go to your friend's mix. I be like, why do all my exes like the same music? Why are these people? They're like the one song, 5 people. I'm like, God damn. But yeah, that's how I know I'm in love. But yeah, what do you think influences everyone's perspective on love?
I think personally it's your childhood. I think your childhood plays a big role, and like what you're exposed to. Like even when you're growing up, whatever is on social media that's influences it, like whatever your friends are doing, or like whatever your environment in general is doing. I also think it's kind of also like I think also back to like the content you consume as well too. And I also think there's also like this sort of innate sort of like quote unquote like DNA in a way that like influences how you perceive love. Because some people might just see, and that's why everyone has like different love languages as well. So that's what I'll say. My own response to that is.
Well, I agree with that because especially like your environment, and you had said social media. Social media right now plays a big role in like how people perceive love, which is kind of outrageous because one, we're all still in our early 20s. I'm not expecting no man to buy me no birthday and take me out of the country just because it's my birthday. Like that type of stuff is very outrageous to me. But I do think that like love is based off of what you see and like. Me personally, I used to read. I love reading like love books, like just growing up, and so like I feel like a lot of women have this fairy tale idea of what love.
Wait, what part girl? And what part girl? What part?
Wattpad.
Yes, Wattpad books. Like I used to be in a book club in high school, so I read like a lot of love books, and I feel like those really just determined like how I view love and how I want to give love to. They were a little dramatic, of course. Very dramatic. Very dramatic, but yeah.
Oh my god, when girls read that stuff to me, I'm just like, this is never gonna happen to you, that right?
No, it didn't happen.
Nah, I had friends who were like,
do it deep
they
into
were
it.
deep.
I was
like I was like, bro, ain't nobody that's 13 gonna do that.
She drops her books.
I was literally gonna be like,
I'm like, bro, chill out. And then they try to measure like their relationship with that. I'm like, no, you can't do that because you're gonna put yourself in some trouble. For me, I think also like what we see, like our parents also influences that. So for me, that definitely has an influence on like my perspective on love, and then also the other people I see, like other people's relationships, so like marriages. I'm like, I don't want that. Yeah. I kind of want that. But if you guys get into your, let's say you find your significant other or others, or whichever you might prefer. So would you prefer to be private or do you prefer to be public? Like, what are your perspective of the pros and cons of both?
Private.
I would say private too, because I think, but mine is a little bit more personal. I came from a very public relationship, so I think that next go around, I definitely would want to try to be more private within, my relationship.
But why?
But really, just because because everything doesn't work out. It's just life. So when things don't work out, it's like, I don't want everybody to be like, well, what happened? Oh my gosh, I just seen you did this, that. Well, but if it was always private, you wouldn't really realize if things were off or if things were on. Plus, I just like to have something to myself.
So what is the pro of the public then?
Pro of the public is...
Oh my god, that's so cute together.
I mean, yeah, but also just to, like... pro of the public, boom. Like, a lot of our generations, you don't see a lot of healthy relationships. So when you are a healthy relationship and you are in the public, you can kind of not influence, but also like just give a new light of what relationships can be like at a young age. Like, it doesn't always have to be on the internet fighting or doing this. Like, you can actually see two people love each other, and I feel like that's what a public relationship.
But now that you mentioned that, though, I kind of disagree with that statement. Not that it's wrong, but I'm just saying, like, we are young. Like, what makes you think your relationship is their relationship? And if you felt it was healthy, like, wouldn't you guys have been married for like 10 years, 20 years, 30 years to come? So was that really healthy?
I feel like healthy.
You get what I'm saying, yeah?
Yeah, but I feel like healthy is like healthy as healthy as could be at our age, because like we were saying, the internet, you see people doing all types of stuff with their relationships, you see people fighting, like domestic violence, all types of stuff. And it's a lot of things that happens behind closed doors that people don't really talk about. So when people do see I guess, healthy, well, I don't know, do we want to say healthy? Like, I guess, like, see a relationship that is thriving. I'm going to just say a thriving relationship. And that it's not, you don't really see a lot of negative connotations with it. You kind of, oh, maybe I should be looking for someone XYZ, or maybe next time I should do X, Y, and Z to prevent something to happen. Because, like, people be beefed up with a relationship, and I feel like you don't want to see those types of relationships in the public. Those are the type of relationships I would personally keep private, but more healthy relationships should be the ones that should be public.
But at the same time, though, like, there's people that just put on the facade, like, they're like, put up an app in front of the camera, like, oh my god, everyone's like, oh my god, that's so cute, they're the best. But in the back scene, it's like,
they are.
It's like terrible. And like, I've seen that happen, and I know people, and I'm just like, what are you guys doing? Like, that's so weird.
Ooh. I'm just saying.
Off record, of course.
Yeah.
But that's why I'm just like, nah, that doesn't make sense. See, that's really at our age.
But that means that, like, okay, well, that's fake. I'm just saying, like, true, like, I'm not really talking about, like, how, especially, like, YouTube couples. YouTube couples are ridiculous. Like, because as soon as they turn the camera off, they are probably going to, like, be arguing. But I mean more of a, like, they'll go to events together and things like that, or you'll just see them. Not really necessarily, like,
post on Instagram.
Yeah, because you don't have to be a posted relationship to be a public relationship.
Yeah,
that's about it.
Yeah.
So would you say, like, if your partner, like, hides you, like, doesn't want to be seen out with you, would it? Oh, your partner called you?
No, it's not my partner. But that's not my partner.
But yeah. Whoa. What's the pro and con for you in a private relationship?
I think the private, it's more like, if it doesn't work out well, okay, it's between both of us, it doesn't work out. There's no sort of like pressure to keep it going, even if we know it's not working out type thing. And I also think, like, I think that with the public, though, the pro will be more of like, to them, it's kind of like, oh my god, he values me a lot to, like, show me off to his friend. Because if I'm being honest, like, posting on Instagram or going out is a flex. Like, if I'm posting, it's like, I'm just trying to let people, like, I got a body with me.
Right.
Like, that's just it. And to a lady, she might be like, they accept that shit. So that's why it's supposed to me. And if I go out with him, I'm like, he thinks I'm that shit to go out with me type of thing. But at the same time, too, again, the cons is always like, with public is, everyone is asked to know your business. And, like, a lot of people, like, if you have exes, they're just like, oh my god, look how it is. And then, drama starts to, like, slowly come about, really, with this sort of scenario. And with private, the con, I don't really see that much cons with private, really. I think it's just, again, it also depends on your partner's love language. some partners they want you to like.
And how
Why aren't you
comfortable
posting
they
it?
are.
Exactly. So I think it's all dependent, really.
Yeah, so the age thing, when like high school relationship type vibes, right? And everybody said that. It made sense because I didn't think about it in like full circle. But then I realized as we get older, the problems with relationships don't significantly change. It's pretty much the changes. Oh, the person is still a dickhead. Like that's why something's not happening, or like life situation or whatever. And then that's our level, right? And then I look at people's marriages and I'm like, I could help you solve that problem. Like it was really not that deep. One person just had to be the bigger person. And I'm like, this same thing goes on. We're kids, we're adults. I mean, we're like teenagers, millennials, whatever, and then we become adults. So what really is changing? Because people still tend to have the same relationship problems, just at different ages.
I think it goes into like maturity too. Maturity and ability to reason too. Because you're not really, at a certain age, I feel like your mind doesn't really navigate or really sit and reflect on how to handle certain situations. So like we were talking about impulsive. People just act off of how they feel, and when they do that, it's usually not like when you're acting, especially off emotions and emotions like from relationships. It's usually not the best option. So which really like plays a part into the maturity and being able to sit and think before you do something.
Mm.
So yeah.
I also think like people like need to stop equating like age with maturity, and also there's like different level of maturity too. Like just because you are growing older doesn't mean you are mature in terms of like relationship handling and like compromise and all stuff. You might be the same person because you never felt the need to like grow in that aspect. But now some people have that privilege of like letting life hit them. Maybe like they met someone like that heads over heels to, and because they couldn't compromise, they left. Now they have to start thinking and reflecting like, oh my god, when next song like that comes along, I don't want to mess up. I gotta learn how to fix this part of me, either by reading or like by speaking to people or like therapy or whatever it is. So I think that's what the main problems with that like question posed, to be honest.
That's fair. But another thing is, how do you then measure maturity?
I think that's subjective.
Because I'm not mature. I'm very mature. Yeah, like you said, it's subjective.
That's why you say that, because somebody else, like a freshman, I look up to, like, oh my gosh, she's so matured and so well put together.
So mature.
And then you're just like, I'm so mature. And she's
I
like,
am. I don't know. I think I'd rather, I'm mature, but I'm very goofy. And I love, like, jokes. I love a good joke. That's why I say I'm immature. But
yeah, subjective. But at the end of the day, immaturity doesn't equate to goofiness, though. Because I get your point too, but I don't think it should equate to goofiness.
yeah.
I think it's like the ability to kind of like know when to bring out goofiness,
I see.
That's
I love a good joke. I love a good joke anytime.
You're the one of those friends that laugh in serious situation.
Yes.
Yeah.
Especially like my favorite joke, guys, is like somebody asks, like literally, I came in no purse, just pockets. They'll ask me for the craziest thing, like, do you have perfume or lotion? I came in with nothing. I'm like, of course I do. I reach in my pocket. That's my favorite joke ever. So my friend just said this. Y'all know what joke I'm talking about.
Okay. So we are reaching like the ending parts of the podcast. And then we usually have a ritual where before we end, you have to recommend a creative and then tell us where we can find you.
2 seconds. Okay. A creative I would like to recommend is my sister, Miss Malia Harris. She graduates today, guys. She's into fashion. She's like very talented. You can find her on Instagram at I don't know. I can't remember, but she's very creative. She makes clothes. She makes most of her own outfits, and Yes, shop. Definitely my sister. And Shop Miss Does a lot.
So I was about to say, like,
Shop Miss Does a lot too. You can follow me on Instagram at MISSDOESALOT or my personal page if you guys just want to get to know me at ty.lynn_. Hostess with the mostest.
okay. Well, also, you can follow me on Instagram at dcampsy.
And you can find me at Olashibumi Olakwo. It's in the description. First one back.
Well, thank you again, and don't forget to like, subscribe, tell your mom and dad, and all that good stuff.
Peace.